Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are already a family member, welcome back. Let's get into today's video of working in this garden. If you guys remember this clip right here from any of other videos that you may have seen in the past, you will know this is how our garden used to look. It does not look like that anymore. We have been struggling to maintain this garden and trying to get it back to where it was. Me and Yadel stopped working on the garden back when it was coming into winter, and we just let it go, honestly. We had so much going on. Yadel was remodeling and doing a bunch of stuff. So this is how the garden is looking now. And it's just a mess and very overwhelming. But we are going to get it back to where it needs to be. Hopefully, not today, but it will get back to where it needs to be. So in today's video, I am just cleaning up the greenhouse and I'm transplanting some plants that we had in this greenhouse previously. We got these great plants from Lowe's the other day. They were $18 for two, and they are originally $10.98 for just one, so this was a better deal. We also got from Lowe's these roses, and they are just absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, they weren't watered, so they were very dried out, but as soon as we got home, we transplanted them into bigger pots. We aren't going to plant them out now because it's a little bit chilly outside. And then if we do, we have to maintain it and make sure they're covered. So we just decided to transplant them into a bigger pot. And we're hoping that this works because they have a little bit longer to go before they actually get into the ground. But they are just so beautiful to let them just live in this small little pot. So all I did was take a little bit of mixed soil, and I'm going to pot this up, set it to the side, give it some water, and see how they do in these pots until they are ready to get into the ground. Having a garden can be very overwhelming at times, especially if you just let it go. During winter, we tend to just let it go, honestly. And us doing that definitely pushes us back a little bit, because instead of having it already prepared, now we have to prepare it all over again. So this year, we have decided that we're going to make a pact, and we're going to get our garden every time to where it needs to be. We're not going to let it go. Because every time we let it go, we just push ourselves back a little bit more. And we honestly don't want to do that. We want to be able to go out there, plant what we want to plant, and get it done. And with this, it's just so overwhelming. So Yadel's been working on that for a very long time, a couple of weeks now. And we just want to get it done already. We have some onions that need to go in the ground, some lettuce that needs to go in the ground, and we just want to get it done. So right here, I'm just up potting some grapes, and I honestly just used the rose pot because it needs a higher pot, not a bigger pot. If you've missed our soil blocking video, definitely go check it out because it gives a lot of information about soil blocking. I'm trying to go a little bit less plastic. It's a little bit difficult, but I'm trying. And I don't know how long it's going to last because I do love to use different containers when I'm growing. As you can see, I up potted 4 plants already in plastic containers, and it's so hard to not use plastic. especially when everything is made out of plastic. Now, with soil blocking, the reason why I choose soil blocking is because I don't like to irritate the roots of my plants too much, or my seed starting. And when you have beans or peas that you're growing and you want to seed start them instead of automatically putting them in the ground, you have to not mess with their roots. They are kind of the type of plant that they don't like their roots to be bothered. So with soil blocking, I don't have to mess with their roots. I could just plant them in the ground and they could be perfectly fine. If I had them in a container, I do have to move the roots around and in order to maneuver them to get out. But with soil blocking, I don't. Once we got done with the garden, we ended up going inside, and Yadel, a couple of hours later, ended up installing this Purell hybrid under the sink filter. And I'm very excited for it because if you guys don't know, I love to do sourdough. And with sourdough, you need filtered water. And every time I go to the store, I'm like, I need to get water. I need to get a gallon of water, or I need to get bottled water. And I know you can use the fridge water, but with sourdough, you have to be free of chlorine. That is the main thing for sourdough to work. With this filter system, it removes chlorine, it removes rust, and there's like the whole list. It just goes on. And I will leave all the links down below if you want to check it out if you do sourdough. But I always get worried because when I feed my sourdough, I'm like, am I feeding it the correct water? Am I feeding it the right flour? And with this system, I know for sure that my sourdough is going to get what it needs to be. And he installed it super easy. He read the instructions and everything worked out really well. So I'm very excited to finally have filtered water in this sink. I don't have to use water bottles. I don't have to worry about any chlorine being in the water or any rust from our well, which we get a lot of like yellow water due to our well, which I'm very happy that that won't happen anymore. And then another thing, we would like to throw some tablets down in our well and clean it. So if you guys ever done that to yours, definitely let us know if that works and if that's something that you've done with animals or if you have livestock, on how do you continue to give them water. We decided to put the garden on hold for 1 minute. We came inside and just took a breather, had some lunch. Yadel decided to install this water filter, and I actually was able to do a sourdough loaf. I'm not going to show it in this video, but I will show it in the next coming videos because you guys know sourdough takes 2 days to make. But I will be making sourdough, and I'm very excited to try out this new filter and see if it actually works and it doesn't kill my sourdough. If it does, I'm going to be devastated. Another thing that I wanted to show in this video is how the bathroom came out, and he finally got it finished. So this is him putting on the rest of the tile and doing all of that. and the client was very happy. You guys followed us through that journey in our previous videos, him trying to finish this bathroom and finally getting it done, having the new bathtub put in, and we are just very excited that it is completely done and we can finally relax, and he doesn't have to worry about stressing over the bathroom not being done and it taking months to do. A little backstory: this bathroom right here was a client of ours, well, is a client of ours, a really nice client, and she ended up not wanting a smaller tub. She ended up wanting a bigger tub. So in the process, Yadel had to remove the tub and 2 to 3 layers of tile in order to get that new tub in, because it was a bigger size, and it is finally done, and now Yadel does not have to stress about it. So I'm very excited about that. But today was a very slow day here at the farm, and we are just trying to, like I said, get that garden where it needs to be. So we will be having remodeling videos very soon, within this week, of our laundry room and closet, hopefully. Either one. We don't know which one we want to start on, but we are just trying to get the garden where it needs to be, so that way we can just be comfortable with remodeling. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hanging out with us today, and we will see you in our next one.